citizens, those who reside in Atlanta that may not be in a traditional house or a traditional apartment or what have you. So these are still members of our community, and we want to make sure that they're represented and that we understand where they are and what their needs are. So understand their health challenges, mental health challenges, whether that be how to get them employment, skills, family history. Are they here as a family? So just collecting a lot of information. Tonight is about gathering information and also, sharing a few words of human touch, but then definitely trying to get out to see where they are and who they are and what led them to this situation so that then we can find out how we can best serve them in the future.
Right, and recently President Obama announced his very strong initiative to make sure he ends veteran homeless in the year 2015. And I understand Mayor Kasim Reed has signed on to that very same pledge. Is that correct?
Yes, absolutely. Our wonderful President Barack Obama and also our great Mayor Kasim Reed are all both interested in making sure that we do all that we can for our veterans that have served this country. So we as just political leaders, we should serve our veterans as well. And so I've spoken to Mayor Reed as well as Kristen Wilson and those that have organized this count, and that's part of the survey that we'll be asking is specifically about veterans and of course young children as well, to be able to find a place for them and veterans. Since there are federal dollars and there's federal locations for them to go, it should be, I wouldn't say easy, but there are access points to be able to engage those populations, and that's something we'll be trying to find out tonight.
Are there places to house the homeless on a long-standing basis? Are there partnerships in place, public and private partnerships in place to provide a safety net for these people?
Yes and no. Yes, there are places. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but the number is insufficient for the population. So there are places, there are temporary places, there aren't as many long-term places, but we are trying to get out of the long-term business of just housing and feeding. We want to get into providing services that are able to provide them with skills and things that can help them in any way they need with health, of course with veterans and those with disabilities, but to be able to just provide them something to get them back on their feet, because it's not a sustainable proposition to continue to house the same individuals for a substantial amount of time as the population ebbs and flows due to our standing as a hub in Atlanta. Learning about those things. I don't know specifically all that's in place. I do know that we have people working on that. I know we have some resources, but I can't tell you if they're adequate enough to be able to provide all that the population entails. But that's part of why the count is necessary, so we can go out there and see what the need is. And we've got more information this year about where even smaller pockets. So the count this year, I've asked a lot of questions about, well, what about people that are not in the places that we normally live? Because there are folks who have information that that have fed to us from last year that say, there's a family of 7, there's 2 families of 5 or 6 or whatever that live behind this, gas station or what have you. So we've added that to the locations that we'll be passing through today to be able to find what may not be dense areas of population, but it may be even, pockets of camps around our city. We're going to count them as well, and not just do an extrapolation, but to do a real hand-to-hand count.
Well, we're part of the city as well for being out here tonight. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much, and good luck in your study.